Hello, everybody. This is Pokemon Crystal Legacy, and this is kind of a test to see if I can get this audio to work correctly, because it sure hasn't. So, we're going to get this situated here. Maybe. Hopefully. So, I didn't have audio in the first video. I'm really not sure if I want to go back and forth. Uh, Record no audio, go back in, add audio. I don't know. It's a hard decision to make, but we've definitely had some growing pains here, trying to get everything situated. I don't know if anyone's really bothered to watch the first video. I certainly can't blame you if you didn't. Uh, I don't want to keep complaining about this controller, but I really don't think that this is an ideal controller for this setup. But I think I can make it work, at least with this. I certainly couldn't make it work with Kirby very well, but I think I can do it with this. And the issue is I have to take my finger off the D-pad anytime I change direction. I can't just slip to another direction, which is kind of what I'm used to with Game Boy and Super Nintendo. Honestly, with just any Nintendo setup. So you might have seen in the last video, if you watched it, we chose Cyndaquil as our starter. I think Cyndaquil might be the best option. There are a lot of quality of life enhancements in this mod. So it's not vanilla Crystal. It still tries to encapsulate the Crystal experience. The changes are minimal, I think, but enough changes that it doesn't really take away from the intended idea of Crystal, and it mostly enhances the experience. Like some trainers have some things that some Pokemon, some moves that make a lot more sense. There's been some story changes to just kind of like make things a little bit robust. There's some quality of life things like a run button. Yeah, they make it so you can essentially use any Pokemon that you want from Generation 2 within this game. They're all available in some way or another. So certain evolution methods have changed. Like, for example, all of the trade evolutions that either require a certain level or simply a certain item has to be used on them, similar to evolution stones. So there's the sky's the limit. I do know in order to make things a little more balanced, they changed like some move sets. So a lot of the changes are actually extremely beneficial to a lot of things and made a lot of Pokemon a lot more viable. So that way you could maybe use something that you had never used before, that you just never used it because it was just terrible. but they've made it a lot more a lot easier. Like, for example, if you've never used Quillfish might be an excellent option. Along with the moveset changes, like there's some location changes. I know one of my favorites is available extremely early on. Extremely tempted to try and get him and use him in my party for as long as possible. I don't know if I want to try and just use something different that I've never really used before, which might be a little more entertaining, but I'm really torn about it. But I guess we'll get to that bridge when we get to it. I also don't really want to incorporate a whole lot of grinding in this. I have some kind of grinding early on here because this is mostly me just kind of troubleshooting stuff while I'm getting used to it. And I know I could just edit the video or something like that and just kind of figure it out as I go, but I'm a little lazy, and I don't want to do that. I mostly just kind of want to get used to what it feels like to just stream directly with no real way to edit on the fly. So I can tell you that one thing that definitely threw me for a loop in that first video is due to this controller. I totally fudged up. They were kind enough to give Hop Hip Gust early on, and I completely erased Gust for Absorb, and I really wanted to have both of those things. So now I have Absorb instead of Gust, and it's gosh, it's unfortunate. But you know, what can you do? I really didn't want to start over from the last save spot and negate all of the grinding, which just takes forever. I do not have the layout to Dark Cave memorized, but I mentioned before that one of my favorites is now available early on. That is Larvitar. You can find Larvitar in Dark Cave here. He has a very low encounter rate. Don't know if I even want to bother. I might not, but gosh, that sounds like a really good time. I don't even know if I can catch Larvitar, really, because he's just gonna, all I got is Pokeballs, and he is just gonna pop right the hell out of every Pokeball. See, I've never really used like the whole Hop Hip family, so I think that might be a good idea to try and use. I mean, Jumpluff's pretty good. Like when Hop Hip is all fully grown up, it becomes Jumpluff. Jumpluff's pretty good for a couple reasons. I wouldn't necessarily say it's fantastic. I was even half tempted to start with Chikorita for this run, but I felt like I didn't really want to handicap myself. I love Chikorita. It's really cute. It's a very cool Pokemon. It is not a great starter for these games. It's essentially a hard mode for sure. And considering all the differences here, I don't know if I want to subject myself to a hard mode. Because there's going to be plenty of situations where I think it's going to put me through the ringer. But I guess we'll see what happens, really. I do want to try and catch... I at least want to encounter Larvitar. I think would be nice. I might want to come back for that, though. Is this... Did I read this? Dark Cave, yep. It's a cave that is dark. Thank you very much. What do you want? I'm still trying to get to Violet Town here. I was thinking about doing some stuff off camera, but whatever. I figure if I'm going to play, I may as well just record it and pop it up. You can fast forward it. I'm not too worried about it. If you want to have this on in the background as like background noise, that's extremely fine, and go for it. Not the Game Boy Pokemon noises and music are exactly the most atmospheric things to have on in the background. I do have a couple ideas in mind of how I want to build this team. However, some of the... I want to utilize some of the changes so I could use things I wouldn't normally have used. At the same time, I also want to make my team extremely balanced due to all the let's say difficulty changes. I will say difficulty enhancements to actually make the game a little challenging. Because if I do one thing I'm thinking of, which would be very interesting to use, that kind of eliminates something else that I had in mind, and it becomes a vicious cycle. It kind of makes me wonder what I would use in place of it for certain situations. For those of you unfamiliar with Pokemon, I mean, quite honestly, statistically speaking, I'm sure it would be almost impossible to talk to somebody who has not had some familiarity with Pokemon that would be watching this video. But for those who do not have much familiarity with Pokemon, this is definitely not the team that I want to keep. I'm definitely going to want to change it up a little bit as we go on here. Sentret is cute. It grows up into Furret. Furret is cute. I do not think those are very viable options to keep on a long-term team. There you go. I'm sorry, Violet City. Even though this is not really a city at all, this is very much more like a town. One of the changes that was made in this is normally, so in the first two, well, actually the first three generations, the different Pokemon types were set up to be either they were physical, so like when the Pokemon uses them, it requires like physical attacks and defense stats to calculate the damage, or they were special attack, which meant like they didn't necessarily make a physical connection, I guess. So let's say you throw a punch, right? Or Pokemon throws a punch. The punch is calculated by an attack stat, okay? And then how much damage the Pokemon receives, like the enemy Pokemon, will require the defense stat. And the defense stat is specifically just for those physical connection moves. Now there are special attacks, and the special attacks would be like if a water Pokemon just like summoned a wave of water, or a fire Pokemon blew out some flames, or a psychic Pokemon used mind powers or something, then that would be more special attack, special defense oriented. The way they had this originally set up is certain types did a certain type of damage based on whether it was physical or special. So fire was always special, grass was always special, normal, fighting, rock, those are always like physical. What they did here in this ROM hack is they made it so, just to make a little bit more sense, pretty much all of the dark types in this game are more physical attackers, but dark type was originally only special type damage, so, or special attack damage rather. So what they ended up doing was they swapped Ghost and Dark, so that Ghost no longer does physical damage, it does special damage, and Dark no longer does special damage, it does physical damage, because the few Ghosts that are in these early games are more special attackers than anything, so they can actually use their Ghost attacks and be useful, and the Dark types can actually use their Dark attacks and be useful. So that's a welcome change. Yeah, these guys are just explaining the differences that were introduced in this game. We'll do it quick. Poison. Pokemon gets poison. It loses HP over time every turn. Paralysis cuts your speed and also gives you a chance to just not move that turn because you're paralyzed. Sleep Your Pokemon can't do anything for a couple turns. It can also be susceptible to things like Dream Eater, where they can take damage just by being asleep. Burn will cut attack, I think, in half, and every turn they will receive damage just from being burned. Frozen sucks. Frozen just pretty much you're just done. If Frozen connects, your Pokemon can't do anything. They need to get healed or swapped out or something. There's no options. At least with sleep, you'll eventually wake up. I did not go in here yet, I don't think. Did I? Did I heal? If I'm going to do Pokemon Let's Plays, it was kind of a probably a silly idea to jump into Crystal and not maybe like Red and Blue or something, but or even Yellow Legacy, which I started and I got about halfway through and I never finished, so I could probably restart it here for a future Let's Play. But for most of it, like I don't know, like I kind of get bored a little bit with it because it's a little grindy. Whereas I kind of just feel like things are a little bit more streamlined in Crystal. So the Crystal I think is a good jumping off point, and for the most part, I think it's just a bit more interesting. I think it's cozier too. It just has like this the cozy small town nature vibes. I like it. Didn't mean to do that. I don't remember. I might have to pull up the map for Dark Cave. I do not remember it being so small in this first room that I can't walk around to get encounters. Might just have to run away. I don't think it's really worth it if I'm just gonna get like 7 EXP from fights. Is that really worth the time? Maybe. God damn it. I will, however, use my ill-fated Absorb on a rock type here and there, just for some quick EXP. I'm thinking, I don't know, like I'm thinking there are so many things now with these adjustments that are so practical to use, and it would be smart to use, like Pokemon I mean, but do I want to use them because they're so overused? Like everyone's gonna see these things in any playthrough. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really... If the whole point is to win, I guess I just pick the things that I know I'm going to win with. Maybe I should come back when I actually have Flash. I was really hoping to get Larvitar, like, right away, though. Maybe I'll look until Hoppip is level 10. And then we'll kind of carry on a little bit. But we won't fight Zubat. Because that just seems like a big waste of my time. I mean, I know I should catch Zubat, but I want to see if I can catch something that's harder to catch than a Zubat. And I'm going to need every Pokeball I got. Just to be safe. Can't be dumb and erase things that I want. Gotta kind of take my time here. Actually, I'm kind of curious. One of the things that they changed was in the Pokedex, you can actually look and see what sort of moves the Pokemon will learn over time. And we're going to take a peek at Hoppip. Maybe. Wherever the hell Hoppip is, I don't know. I don't remember. There it is. Let's take a peek. Yeah, that's a really fortunate gust attack that I completely squandered. Okay. See, that's the only flying type attack that I would have had. Cool. Very neat. Very good. Probably a very stupid idea to have Ledyba on my team, but what are you gonna do? Kind of half tempted to just give this dude the EXP share. for a minute and kind of make some progress. Already went to school, don't need to go there. Well, I already went to the academy, so leave me alone. Okay, we got that, we're good. Let's go check this shit out. Here we go. See, I don't want to get too overpowered here. I just have a really bad habit of just getting things up in levels so you don't have to grind that much later, even though it would probably be easier to grind later. But whatever. Who cares? I don't care. I would like to encounter a ghost in the tower. That would be nice. Yeah, actually. Let's give Lettyba a shot. Yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, what up, Joey? This is Joey. Got a minute? Let's get together and battle. I promise things will be different. Route 30's where I'll be. Give me a shout when you come. Alright, later. Alright, Joey. I do kind of have to wonder if Joey's gonna just blow me up, or if it actually scales to where I'm at. Like if it's just a rematch to the fight I just did with him, then that could be fine. Wanna go up, I think. Yep. This might be the most useful Lediba has ever been in the history of Pokemon. I know this is Sprout Tower and everything, but geez guys, I get it. You like Bellsprout. Nice. Could be helpful. I also trained to find enlightenment in Pokemon. Yeah, that Bellsprout got clowned on. Now, I want to say in later generations, growth affects both physical and special attack. I don't know if when it originally debuted, or I should say when it was in Gen 2, when they introduced weather, I don't know if they had the additional enhancements of raising these stats even further during a harsh sunlight. Could have. Kind of surprised we're not seeing any ghosts. Come on down, Bellsprout. Confusion, I think, is like a 50-50 chance that if a Pokemon's confused, that they'll hit themselves. Some Pokemon, it's really not like worth doing. I mean, it's worth doing in the sense that they lose a turn, but I don't think it's worth doing for some things that can barely do anything to you that have low attack power, because when they hit themselves, it's based on their actual physical attack power. So, like, for example, since it's up on the screen here, if Ledyba was confused and Ledyba hit itself, it would be based on that 11-point attack stat instead of the 15 special attack stat. So, if it were vice versa, like if it was based on whatever stat is highest when a Pokemon hits themselves, I think Confusion might be broken then if it did that. I don't know. It's hard to say. I wouldn't necessarily say Pokemon's the most balanced game ever made or anything. Interesting. I just found out that Both the joysticks and the D-pad are mapped to this. But hey, here we go. Here's a Ghastly. I wanted to encounter a Ghastly. Let's see if we can catch a Ghastly. That would be cool. Sure wish I had that gust. We're going to try and get it at least into the yellow here. Let's try. Nice. It wraps its opponent in its gas-like body, slowly weakening its prey by poisoning it through the skin. I'll take that, thank you. You know, I think we're alright. I don't think we need to really do a whole lot to fight the Elder here. So good of you to come here. Sprout Tower is a place of training. People in Pokemon test their bonds to build a bright future together. I am the final test. Allow me to check the ties between your Pokemon and you. You got it, Elder. Oddish. I was not expecting Oddish. Yeah, good luck. Sunkern. You got it. Letty Boss, stay in. This feels like an easy victory. There's the Bellsprout we've come to know and love. If anything, I feel like it would have been a serious plot twist if this guy didn't have one. There we go. I was gonna have Geodude lead to get maybe some free Ghost EXP, but I don't think he can actually hit the Ghost right now. Otherwise, that would have been some good eats. I know the game gives you the escape rope to escape with, but I'm just going to save it and run out of my own accord. Yo, what's up, Joey? Got a minute? My Raditz is looking sharper than before. I doubt there's a Pokemon as cool as this guy in your party. Oh yeah, I took down a Lettyba in the wild the other day. It was a cakewalk. Well, I guess it can't be helped. Us being so tough. Alright, later. Sure, Joey. Whatever you want, bud. I wonder if, since he's called me twice now, I wonder if that negates his invitation for a second challenge. Let's go find out. We're going to give Ghastly the XP share. Get him on the same page with us. Which way is faster? Alright, Joey. Probably should have saved. No, it's fine. I really hope that scales with you. Stop it. Pokemon Gym Leader Falkner, the elegant master of flying Pokemon. So, we have Geodude, who, as a rock type, is going to be effective against flying types. Cyndaquil, who is neutral. Fire doesn't really do super effective damage one way or the other, and it's not weak to flying. Ledybot is weak to flying. Flying types beat bug types pretty easy. Sentret's level 2. I don't think Sentret's going to help that much. Hoppip is also weak to flying as a grass type. And Ghastly is level 6. So, actually, I don't even think Ghastly can hit. Well, I guess he can use Smog. Because ghost type moves do not affect normal types, and vice versa. So we're going to save here. We're going to go in the gym. And we're going to see what's going on. Hey, what's up? I'm a trainer, but I can give you some advice. Believe me, if you believe, a championship dream can come true. You believe? Then listen. Falkner's Ace is a bulky owl that loves to eat berries. While it's not the strongest, it can take a lot of hits. Rock and electric moves will hurt it, but watch out for Mudslap. If you want more help, check out Pokemon Academy. The students there really know their stuff. Okay, so this is a change that I was aware of. Normally Falkner's Ace is a Pidgeotto. They have changed it to Noctowl. And Noctowl doesn't hit any harder than Pidgeotto. However, it has a lot higher defense. So this might get a little tricky. But we got to get to Falkner first. Oh, beautiful. Just in time. So Geodude actually has an attack that is super effective against flying types. Not to, huh? It's interesting. Not to might give us a problem. Or, or Geodude will just knock it out in one hit. It's one way to take care of a problem. Beat it to death with a fucking rock. We're gonna do a quick heal up, because I really don't know what to expect here with Falkner. There he is. I'm Falkner, the Violet Pokemon Gym Leader. People say you can clip flying type Pokemon's wings with a jolt of electricity. I won't allow such insults to bird Pokemon. I'll show you the real power of the magnificent bird Pokemon. Alright. Yeah, show me. Show it to me. Okay, we're gonna have a problem. Mud Slap is very annoying and lowers accuracy. The more Mud Slaps we get hit by, the less likely we are going to be able to hit, and rock type moves are already very inaccurate. Alright, sending out Noctile. No. Do your best. I love it. That's definitely your best. We were warned he was going to eat a berry. Can't fault the game for that. Okay, this is where we might start encountering problems. Try one more rock throw, see what happens here. Ugh. Okay. Oof. Uh-oh. Okay, well, Cyndaquil. Oh my gosh. What a tank. Leader Falkner was defeated. Darn. My dad's cherished bird Pokemon. Alright, take this. It's the official Pokemon League Zephyr badge. Do not like Mudslap very much. As you can see here, Faulkner's symbol is that of cash money. Professor Elm, what do you want? Hello, Lilith. You discovered something about the egg. My assistant is at the Pokemon Center in Violet City. Could you talk to him? Click. You get hung up a lot in this game. Nobody really waits for you to reply. We're gonna put... Oh no, we don't. We don't need to. I'm just gonna put the TM in there for safekeeping, but TM's got their own little backpack space. We're good. But we are going to go into Bill's PC. And we're gonna deposit Sentret. Because I haven't done a single goddamn thing with it. And we're going to take this egg. Eventually. Now I kind of want to see something. I really wish we didn't have to put Flash on a Pokemon, but what can you do, I guess? I didn't design the game. We're gonna check out Dark Cave real quick. Real quick. We're gonna see what's going on. Oh. It's a different setup than I thought there was. We do not have Rock Smash. We can't go any further than that right now. I am going to... get rid of this Geodude, though. I would feel pretty foolish if the Larvitar was not located on this floor. But I'm pretty sure they have it set up where you can get them, like, right away. I know it might not be barely noticeable, if at all, if you have no familiarity with Pokemon, but holy smokes, the change to having ghost type attacks be like special is what a boon. What a tremendous benefit. What would normally take forever does not take forever anymore. Just whittling things down with Lick. Oh, that's great. What a great thing. Alright, I'm gonna give it 2 more encounters. Alright, I'm gonna give it 1 more encounter. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna exit the cave, but if something pops up, I can't help it. Huh? Oh, that scared the hell out of me. Huh. That was a scary little glitch. Yo, what up, Togepi? Nah, we're good. I do think I need to call... What's his name? Interesting. You can't call in a cave. That's cute. I never knew that. Alright. Let's try it again. Well, how about this? We'll do that next time. Later, taters.